I was recently playing in Sipover's Civilization Challenge, and as my team was stuck in a desert, we didn't have access to vital resources such as moss, dripstone, and ferns. This made me think about how I could accumulate these items with nothing but sand to my name. So I did some digging and found this farm designed by Slice Lime. This collects and stores wandering traders while you're AFK, allowing you to trade for all those otherwise unobtainable items. This ended up accelerating the growth of my team, as once we got dripstone, we were able to make a proper dripstone and lava farm, and then finally an obsidian farm to help with our defense. But during this event, I realized that instead of storing traders for future use, you could slaughter them on the spot to obtain leads, invisibility pots, and milk. So once the event had concluded,
Dude, let's go.
Oh no, run. Oh, there is TNT everywhere. Ignite it, funny.
I got straight to work on my wandering trader farm. And by the end of the video, I'll show you how I set out to farm the previously unfarmable. We begin with a large spawning platform. How large, might you ask? Well, every 2400 ticks, the game attempts to spawn a wandering trader within a 48 block radius around the player. Once spawned in, the trader will attempt to pathfind to the player, or if a bell is present, they'll go towards that instead. Okay, so we now have a system that captures traders, but we can't simply just kill them here as they'll only drop milk in invis pots when they're holding them. So now we need to somehow store the traders until they begin to drink one of their favorite beverages, and then we can remove them. I did a bit of testing and worked out that traders will only drink invis pots when the time reaches dusk, and they'll drink milk after dawn if and only if they already have the invisibility effect. In knowing this, I made this system here which uses a portal to store the traders in unloaded chunks, and then a daylight detector to track the time of day and call a trader when the time is just right. To finish off the traders, we can utilize a couple snow golems to get them out of the portal. Then we've got the simple looting arm stand setup to maximize our chance of getting drops. And then to keep the player's sword at max durability, you'll need to provide the player with an XP source of some kind. A bit of additional logic was needed down here to allow the trader to first sip on an invis pot, and then just at the right time drop him down as they're drinking the milk. Sadly, even with the trader clinging onto their drink, there's only an 11.5% chance of the trader actually dropping it. And with the traders spawning on average once every 4.5 hours, the rates of this farm aren't the best. Something I skipped over earlier was how we're actually sorting the llamas from the traders and then collecting their leads. Luckily for us, llamas are a bit wider at the hips, so we can use a simple vertical trapdoor setup like this to only let the trader through. And then a bonus of storing the traders in the nether is that the leads snap off when the trader enters the portal, and as the llamas are hard pressed against this wall, we can simply collect the leads with a hopper array like this one. You don't really need to do anything with the llamas here, as they only drop leather and eventually despawn. And if you would like to keep the traders for trading later on, simply flick this lever here and this will lock the return system, so all the traders will be kept in the nether. Another important thing to consider with this farm is that the game won't attempt to spawn in any traders if there's already one loaded in the world. And if there is a trader loaded in the world, it'll despawn after just 40 minutes, so even more reason to chuck them in the nether as soon as possible. This will allow the game to start spawning in more traders while also increasing the lifespan of pre-existing traders. So that's pretty much it. Just whatever you do, don't make this on a multiplayer server, as people sleeping can mess with the daylight sensor circuit, and also the farm will become progressively slower with more players online. Lastly, I just wanted to thank you for watching this far into the video. If you want to build your own trader farm in your survival world, there's a world download in the description to base this off of. And if you have any questions, you can always post them down below in the comment section. See ya!